Welcome to another episode of Home Stuff Review. Today we have something special. We're going to go through a complete install of an underground sprinkler system. This system was installed by a professional contractor, but I have some great footage and I'm going to walk you through it. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. This is my dog Hank. If you'd like to see Hank in more videos, please smash the thumbs up button and press subscribe. If you wouldn't like to see Hank in more videos, press the thumbs down button and press subscribe. Thank you. The plumber got right to work at 8 a.m. He had to install a new pipe coming off of the water main and going out to the outside where it connected to a backflow preventer. The rest of the crew showed up and got right to work. Here you can see the plumber finishing up outside and digging some of the trenches around the bushes in the front. On the left there you can see it coming out the front. Unfortunately it had to come out right by my front door, but I'm going to build something to cover that up. There's a close-up of the backflow preventer. You can see the plumber finishing that up. There you can see the trencher moving around the front yard a bit. You can see a few of the sprinkler head locations getting dug up and the sprinkler heads being installed. I think it took the plumber about 2 or 3 hours to wrap up his end of it. The crew kept on going. They were here till about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 p.m. Here you can see where the cables come into the garage, which is where I have the controller system.
There's going to be some coordinated, but we're going to see if we can.
Yeah, they finished up the first day, I don't know, maybe about 3 o'clock, and came back another day and finished pretty early in the afternoon. Here you can see the side of the house, installing some more sprinkler heads. And you can see here some a little bit bigger holes being dug here. We'll come back to this later, but there's kind of a connection point here where you can see, and I'll kind of show a close-up, but there's a valve being installed, and I think the other one's really just more of an elbow connecting two ends. By the way, I went with a Ratio 3 controller. I'm not really going to go through that today. I wasn't really able to test it. It was only on for a brief period just to get the sprinklers on and the zones tested and the sprinkler heads adjusted, and then it was turned right off and the lines cleared. The first day by the fence there because it was pretty frozen over. Here we have kind of a fire pit, and you can see making some of the connections for one of the sprinkler heads that goes along the curvature of the fire pit there. And they're kind of filling in where a sprinkler head just went in. So as I was saying, along this fence there, it was still pretty frozen. There's a lot of shade there. They did this job in the middle of February, which I was surprised they could even do that. That area in the backyard there was a little bit frozen, but that's the only part that they struggled with. The rest of it went pretty easy. Now this is the second day now, so here we'll get a close-up of just showing some of the valves being connected here. They use a propane torch to kind of soften up the tubing a little bit so that the connectors slide on a bit easier. So there's one valve in there and then a connecting point. Anywhere the valves are put in, there's a box that is accessible that gets put in over the top of it. Now they'll come back and fill that in, and you can see them fitting in one of those valve covers there, and then kind of cleaning up. So there's some bigger valve covers, kind of rectangular shape, that hold a bunch of valves, and some smaller ones that hold like a single valve. Here you can see they're really struggling trying to get that last spot right along the fence. Here you can see there's a couple guys trying to push the trencher. Normally the weight and the self-propelled, the wheels on the trencher would do it by itself, but you can see a couple guys here having to try and help push it along. Like I said, that was the only part where the ground was so frozen that it was kind of a struggle. So this is sped up again here, so it went a little bit slower, but they had to kind of push it along, but got through it. Now completing out some of the other heads in the backyard. There's a magnetic cover that goes over the top of it. Now you can just see some testing going on here. I'd really like to thank Salinas Sons of West Chicago. They're real pros. Ishmael, Fabian, and crew, they did a really fantastic job. I couldn't be happier. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps us out. If you want to know when new videos come out, be sure to click the button with the bell icon for notifications. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.